Hey guys, Coach Tony here. Today I'm going to discuss and teach my favorite play in football. That is the zone lead, or I've called it the zone blast in the past. And this play came into my coaching career when I coached some very bad football teams. Not that they were bad kids, they were great kids. They grew up to be great human beings. Problem is, they were just not as talented as the guys on the other side, and I needed to protect my runners the most efficient way possible. And that being said, why the zone lead? Well, you get great matchups. It defeats the anti-zone argument. I'll discuss that. That's why I have power drawn up. And finally, it's a very simple to install play that you probably already can create into your own playbook. Now, matchups. I want to talk about matchups. I've coached some very bad football teams. I've also coached football teams that got battered by injuries. Freak injuries that happen. It's part of the game where now, you normally line up your offensive line, usually put your best two guys at tackle to protect the quarterback on pass pro, and the best guy who could snap at center. And that normally means your fourth and fifth best linemen are at guard. So, if you're a power team, and I'm always a power guy at heart, I'm going to always be a double winger at heart, 24 power all day. Problem is, we're depending on our possible fourth, fifth, sixth, or sadly seventh best blocker to block their best guy, and that's their Mike linebacker. So if you're on a team where you get battered with injuries, or your guards go, and I've been in this world where you say power's your best play, you rep it every day, you do all the pulling drills in the world, but come game day, these guys go 1 for 10 on blocking their best guy. You don't have a power play. So that's the one thing is we could line up our football team. We ask who is our best lead blocker, and we could get him to the point of attack every single time when we line him up at fullback. He may be a guard body, and we could hide somebody at guard, but that's better than having that guy we're hiding at guard pull on power and not block a soul. So we get our best guy on their best guy. All right, and matchups are matchups. So next question, this anti-zone argument. A lot of gap scheme guys, and I've been this guy. They say, "Well, coach, I don't trust my guys to run. I can't run zone." Well, you kind of already are if you're a power guy, because I've been a power guy a long time. I've ran power, still run it to this day. And on the backside tackle, the unwritten rule is that he could scoop that guy, because we're versing a 3-4. And the typical under stunt where he stunts the B gap, he goes outside. The unwritten rule is that this guy can scoop the B gap and cover that guy. And in the zone, and I'll get to it, it's the same thing. Same thing here. We're technically zone blocking here. I know they have a better angle, but the unwritten rule is that we could get this guy caught up in the wash, whether he blitzes or gets caught up and gets blocked by the center, or if he flows over the top, we're trusting this guy to not only turn this nose, but now bump up to the backer. So the unwritten rules are that the tackle has to scoop the B gap, and that these guys got to get this guy caught in the wash and still block the nose. Now, the zone lead. Now, this can be done 3 ways. If you're an ISO team, you just got to bump over the numbers. I'll explain that in a second. If you're a wide zone team, obviously we change the path to the back, but we just change our rules, and same thing for an inside zone team. And if you're a really bad team, you don't trust changing the rules, just tell your fullback to block the backer. So I'll start with that. So I've been on teams where, inside zone is our best play, and we just told the fullback, block the mic. Didn't matter that we had 2-on-1. We just needed to get yards, all right? The next best way to do it is if you're an ISO team and you already have the rules in. If this was an even front, but we're just blocking 4 down to the will and leaving the backer for the mic, our back on their mic, you already have those rules here. Just tell them to scoop the back door. And finally, if you're a zone team and you can afford this as an install, you could potentially change the rules on this play where, you call lead or blast. We're just going to cover this guy in the count, and we're just having these 2 guys block that guy. Now, the simple rules. Play side guard and tackle are on. If you're an inside zone ISO team, they're going to aim for the inside shoulder. If they're, inside number. If you're a wide zone team, they're going to rip the outside armpit. We get it? All right? Center and guard, we're just going to double up to backer, whichever back, preferably the backside backer. And all we got to do is catch him up in the wash. If the center just has to keep his outside arm free, scoop the nose, and he's just got to keep that outside arm free and cut him off. If he overflows, we could potentially have a good cutback play here. Now, finally, a backside tackle. Again, if you're a power team, you have to pinch hinge. Ideally, he's going to scoop him. Stick to your rules. You could cut in your league. You're a wide zone guy. You could cut him off. And then finally, quarterback's going to be the 7th man in the box. We got ourselves a good run play. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. This was the Zone Lead. And if you have success with this play, please hit me up. I'd love to see some film. I'd love to talk Zone Lead with you guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.